You have to accept that when you are successful, some people want you to fail or and you have to accept that.
Being a world champion in a world sport with everything that comes with it, can you be truly a nice person?
I'm going to disappoint you, but I think you can be a nice person.
And I have a very clear mission with you, actually, because our topic is more or less how do you get into the head of a 3-time world champion. And so I thought there ain't no better person than to ask a 4-time world champion in Formula One what is going on in drivers' heads and everything. So my very first question from your point of view, as you followed Formula One all your life, as I said, 4-time world champion, what is more important, to be mentally strong or to be fast?
I think you always have to be fast, but the more you go on, and the more, I mean, you have to be mentally strong at the beginning before you win your first championship, because winning a championship is always difficult. You need to be fast, you need to be consistent, you need to sometimes to secure some points, not only winning and things like this. Then when you are a world champion, your philosophy change a little bit. The problem you can have is losing the motivation. If you have won so much, like Max last year, he has won almost all the races, and you could go down a little bit. So you need to be mentally strong and always find a new objective. And in my opinion, that is not shouldn't be a big problem for Max, because the character, the mentality, the way that also that he's a little bit aware, he's managing his life and career in a different way.
That's actually what I wondered when you said you have to be mentally strong to become world champion for the first time. Nobody probably really, I don't know, put all that pressure on you in first place, but once you are world champion, people expect you to do it again and again and again. My feeling was like that this is even more pressure with a lot of obstacles coming from the outside, as you say, like media.
But there's a complexity in the human behavior. Is the people they expect that you have to win again, but on one side they really want you to fail too. Because they want to see new people coming, they want to see young drivers, they want to see something new, and that you have to be, and that is why, in my opinion, Max is strong in his behavior. He's a little bit aware of all of these things, and that could be a big strength. And for him, winning 4 titles must be as important than the 3rd title, is the same, and he has a competitive car, he must use that. It shouldn't be a problem.
How did you deal with all this, what you just said? Because some want to see you win again and the others are just waiting that you lose. What does it do to you as a person? I mean, there's the driver, but still there is the person. How did you cope with all that?
In fact, there's nothing to do, because you have to accept that when you are successful, some people want you to have a problem, to fail or to, and you have to accept that, because it's we are all human, and nobody can love you or like you. I mean, you cannot have 100% of the people always behind you. So you have to accept that. It is a life of a champion.
Coming back to these mental games, also looking back to your history, like, have you been more the acting or reacting part in that? Playing mental games. What would you say yourself?
I mean, very honestly, I know that I have a reputation, and since only for 1 year at Ferrari with Nigel saying I was politic, honestly I don't know what that means. I know why he was saying that, because I was speaking Italian with some of mechanics and engineers, but never in the briefing, because we always did the briefing in English. But it looks that, so he was maybe mentally in a weaker position himself. But I never tried to play. I was really following my job and my philosophy, working very close to engineers, trying to understand, spending a lot of time, staying very late in the evening, And obviously, some drivers, if they don't do that, they say, "Oh, it's you know, it's a political game," or what.
Yeah.
And mentally, I've never done anything, you know. I mean, I don't think if you can ask her, or maybe I was doing it in not knowing it because it was my way of. But I really loved, for example, the battle with Nicky, with even with Ayrton the first year, where everything was neat and everything was on the table. Even in '89, when it was really tough with Ayrton, when we had a briefing, we were talking like you and me. Everything was on the paper. We never hide I never hide anything. I'm sure they never hid anything to me. Obviously, after the briefing, we did not talk at all, you know. But it was I like that because it's part of the. I don't think you. I really, I never had the desire to hide something or to play a different game or to, because my pleasure in my racing career was to, you know, to win in a good way.
Can you be, I hope I don't offend you now by saying or asking that, being a world champion in a world sport with everything that comes with it, can you be truly a nice person, or do you have to be, like, as you said, a hardcore egoist? And how would you describe that?
I'm going to disappoint you, but I think you can be a nice person.
You're not disappointing me. I hope. I really hope
I
that
think you
it's
can
like
be a
that.
nice person. As I said, you know, it depends where you put the level. You need to be strong. You need all these kind of things, egoist. But you can be a nice person. Nice person means much more than, in my opinion, much more than that. Yeah.
That was actually the answer I hoped for, so you didn't disappoint me at all. And very last question, all these qualities we were talking about, who do you see, especially now with the young ones, who has those qualities?
That's a tough question because it's a little bit what we discussed before. For sure, the one has shown recently all these qualities is Max, because he's really different to other guys, but he's so strong and so fast and so. I mean, the way he drives the car, the car control, those kind of things, is really impressive. And you have a lot of young drivers behind. Even Charles, obviously, is one of the first one, and Lando and the Oscar, but without having seeing them. At the level of because winning a race or doing a good result is one thing. Winning championship and being consistent the whole year, and obviously year after year, it is another level. And I think that's what we need to see, but we cannot say. I mean, there's no way I'm going to say, oh, this one is going to be the next world champion, because some people you see today they look very good. Maybe one day when they fight for the championship, it can be difficult, you know. So, but that is again the beauty of this sport.
Alain, thank you very much for your time and all
Always
these
a pleasure.
insights.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.